Good day, fellow observers. Today we're going to do the Town of Hempstead Sanitation Department test for version 13.2.8. It's going to be a 24-minute drive, 12 miles. Now let me activate FSD. Okay, I'm on drive. So see, it is the first attempt that it fails, and then once I retry, it passes. I mean, FSD activates. So do you guys know anything on that department? Like, I'm not sure why. Is there something I'm not doing right? So please leave a comment if you know the answer. And okay, going back to the drive, we are stopped here, and so we make a right. Okay, good. And we continue advancing here. Okay, good speed here by FSD, slowing down. And I think it kind of gave way for that turning SUV. Although I should say that it was FSD's right of way, I think. But you know, sometimes it's kind of hard to notice it if you are from that SUV's point of view. So anyway, we're here on a red light. We're just waiting for green. So we are advancing now. I do think we can make
this.
Now
turn left onto Hempstead Turnpike.
Will we? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so now we make a left here. And then we continue advancing. Crossing a green and then a flashing yellow. So for the most part, flashing yellows doesn't really bother FSD. So it just kind of is cautious when it crosses it. Now we have moved to the right lane, and we will be making a right soon.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Meacham Avenue. Now turn right onto Meacham Avenue.
Okay, so we are now in position to make a right. Okay, so we have a green light. Now I do think this is, yeah, straightforward right turn. And then we continue straight. So we have a green light. Okay, why are we not advancing? Okay, we're advancing now. Okay, now we have another flashing yellow case here. Okay, so we should be advancing soon. Okay, good. right? So good adjustment for FSD, slowing down for that turning SUV and then continues advancing. So okay, I felt FSD kind of do a slight slowdown and then continued accelerating after that van turned.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Dutch Broadway.
Okay, so we have a green light here. There is a chance that we might not make this light. Or wait, okay.
Now turn left onto Dutch Broadway.
Okay, good. Okay, nice. Okay, good turn and then move to the right lane. Now we continue straight, which means we're going to keep left at this coming fork. Then we cross this green.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Franklin Avenue. Now turn right onto Franklin Avenue.
Okay, so we have a green arrow here. And now we will going...
In 500 feet, turn left onto Park Drive. Then take the Southern State Parkway East ramp on the left.
So we will be going to Southern State
Now
Parkway.
turn left onto Park Drive.
Okay, we have to stop here. See, I almost did that too. Like, the car kind of thought that maybe I could still get it, but turns out no. So that's kind of the concern that I have if FSD would do that. Sometimes I would just be prepared if in case and put my foot really close to the brake pedal. But I do think FSD is reasonable in the past tests, so yeah, I just want to put it out there. And now we're
Now take
here.
the Southern State Parkway East ramp on the left.
Okay, so we have enough room here, and let's see if it will go over to solid white. Yeah, it did, just for a little bit. I mean, that's okay. But ideally, you would want to merge on a broken line. But you know, even in real life, other cars also do it, and maybe FSD is also trained in that kind of merging. Okay, good. Slow down here. Okay, good. Okay, now we're slowing down even more. adjustment to the stop and go traffic. Okay, see these cars that are slow? Sometimes there are cars that would merge here. So I'm also alert that that event could happen. So now here, this is more of a reasonable because you kind of foresee it, but sometimes there is an abrupt lane change that could happen. So it's more of an FYI, but you need to be very alert, especially in these cases, because you might need to intervene with FSD.
In 1 mile, take exit 22S on the right onto Meadowbrook Parkway south toward Jones Beach.
So let's see when FSD will move to the right lane here. In the past few tests, I think FSD is good on positioning itself, you know, except for some specific instances, but for the most part, it does do an early lane change prior to exits. Okay, good lane change here. We have a big window. So now we're heading for the
Now
exit.
take exit 22S on the right.
Now let's see if FSD will move to the next lane on the left here. Okay, it did, but we have to be mindful of a car here. Okay, good, so that SUV moved, so we're good.
In 1 mile, take exit N9E on the right onto East Merrick Road.
So we are almost there. And now we're moving to the right lane. And we should have a window right now. Okay. Good.
Now take exit M9E on the right.
Okay, now exit here. Okay, reasonable exit in terms of speed, so I'm not complaining. Okay, so now we have a yield here, and we are pausing for a bit. Okay, so we do have a window here. Okay, good.
In 500 feet, turn right. Now turn right.
Okay, so we are arriving at the
In 500
destination.
feet, your destination will be on the right.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage.
Now your destination is on the right.
Okay, so I'm parked here and let me just give my takeaways. So we started off FSD from a parked spot and it was able to go out and then found its way to the exit. It was able to make a right on stop and then kind of gave way on the intersection for an SUV that was turning left, and then FSD was slow on its movements, which is reasonable, and then it made a left towards the exit, and then we had a red light and got a green, turned left, and FSD made an early lane change to the right lane heading for a right turn to Meacham, and then it went right to Meacham on green, and we continued straight. After that, FSD adjusted to a turning car after it slowed down. After it turned, so FSD kind of paused, and then once that SUV turned, then FSD continued its advance. So smooth adjustment there. That is, I think, pretty consistent across versions. So we continued straight. After that, we encountered some lights and then a flashing yellow. FSD doesn't have issue on that. We also had the case where we actually do have other cases. No, I think it was just simple straight after that. Stop and go traffic, like stop on red lights, cross on greens, that's pretty much part of FSD's routine, so there's no issue on that. And then we have to turn left to Dutch Broadway, and FSD was able to do it, and it moved to the right lane and continued straight to Franklin, and then on green went for a right turn. Then we went to Park Drive, turned left on green, and there was no issue there. FSD merged to Southern State Parkway, kind of merged when it was still a solid white line, but still good. After that, FSD moved to the middle lane and pretty much stayed there up until the exit. So it moved to the right lane close to the exit towards Meadowbrook Parkway, and then it exited and it used the lane on the left. Now the thing is, that lane on the left merged to another lane, and so I have to be careful if there are cars that are also going to be there. So I noticed there, did several checks and determined that it was good because the SUV that's supposed to be there moved to the passing lane. And so FSD continued straight and moved eventually to the right lane and exited to Merrick, and it was able to find a window to merge to Merrick and then make a right towards here. And so I think overall the drive is smooth. I don't think I had any human intervention, so that's a good thing to know. And also that there were no disengages. So overall, the drive was smooth and no issues, and some things that I just need to be alert about. And I think I pointed out that when there are some things that, if there's a lot of cars that are in the right lane, there might be a sudden lane change towards the middle lane. So those are the tiny things that I'm keeping track of. But so far, I think FSD did well on this drive. And yeah, those are all my takeaways. So if you find this video helpful or of value, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.